So it's time for another update on the farmhouse. That's up next. Hello everyone, this is Dwayne with Edge of Nowhere Farm, and we're coming to you here today. It is an early Saturday morning in June. In fact, it's June 29th, 2019. So I haven't had an update for a couple of weeks because we wanted to have plenty of things to update you all on, and that is today. So we're going to start with the outside of the house. So as you can see behind me here, the painting is actually done. Well, I'll at least say the rough painting is actually done. So you can see we've got our trim and the base color is done. So we chose elephant skin. It's a bear paint color for the outside of the house. We thought it would be a good farmhouse kind of look. And then of course, white trim. Really cool to see the painting done. So next thing would be that roofing material. Hopefully that'll be this week. The next big thing that got done was our electrical. So we have APS coming in about a week to basically run the extension from the street up to the house. So in preparation for that, the electricians were out this week, and you can see we have our paneling in. So all of our circuits are set for the house. So that's good to see. Also, while we're here, Lori can follow the trench down. So we still don't have our water connected to our well, but they did run the electrical line from the well itself. So from the circuit on the well, they ran the lines over here and put the circuit in to the panel inside the house. So the only thing left for our well and water to the property, and only thing left for electrical, is coming here in the next couple weeks. Okay, so it was kind of cool to see with the electricians here. Obviously, we have a lot of our fixtures installed. In fact, the majority of our fixtures installed. One of the things that we didn't really, I guess, consider too much was whatever the builder selects as far as lighting on the outside. So now we do have a very specific theme. Being an actual farmhouse, we figured farmhouse makes sense. So antique, brass, that kind of thing is what we're shooting for. That is a southwestern light fixture on the outside. So obviously we'll spend some time deciding how we want to swap those out and what those are going to look like in the future. Let's take a look on the inside. Well, here we are at the entrance to the house itself. So we got the door in. Didn't know what the door was going to look like till it was here, but really like the way the trim and everything looks here. Really, really cool. But let's go ahead and go inside for the first time. If you guys want to follow me on in. So we got all of the painting done on the inside. So you can see doors are in. We have a lot of our light fixtures are in, so we can see those there. We do have a pretty big base molding that's going to come in. I think it's a 5-inch base molding. Craftsman is actually the type or style that we're looking for. One of the things that we paid for an upgrade was actually this header. This header is supposed to be a 4-inch header, so a taller header that matches the bases. So they're gonna have to come in and swap that out. And then of course the color, if you guys slide in here, you get a good idea of the color. So the color that we used on the inside is Sparrow. So again, it's a bear paint color. So it's a very light gray. And grays, we noticed as we were looking through the different colors of grays, there's so many shades of gray. That's not a joke. No matter what we did, at some point in time, gray either looks kind of reddish, brown, purple kind of color, or blue. So we figured if we were going to get any color other than gray, we wanted it to be blue. So you can see in here with the shaded light or mottled light from the morning, it looks actually more gray here, a little bit blue. As you get into brighter light, I noticed that this week visiting the house, we had the sun coming into the window and it was very, very light. It almost looked white. So it is very, very light, just dark inside the house. So back to fixtures, if Lori wants to slide in, you can see our cabinets aren't in here yet, but you can see they've got all of the outlets and the switches. They have all of our can lights are up in the ceiling. We've got wires hanging where we're gonna have fans put in. So we've got a couple fans here in this part of the house. One thing that we noticed as we were walking through, now that everything's placed, we're starting to see gaps because we chose where the can lights were gonna go, and we've got a dark spot in this corner, so we're gonna have to figure that out. If you guys have any suggestions, there's no outlets down there, but we have a dark corner in there. If you guys can think of something we could use in that corner to give it a little bit of light at night, love to have a suggestion from you there. This is actually something that was a little bit unique that we added into the floor plan, and that's this pantry. So if Lori slides in a little bit closer, you can see It's very, very deep, but the builder didn't have this designed into their basic floor plan. We designed it because we wanted a much larger pantry, and it is really big. There's a lot of space in here, but they only put in one row of shelves because from a spacing standpoint, we didn't have enough space on these sides. So what Lori and I are trying to figure out now is, what do we add on these walls that it will be able to utilize the space, also keep with what would be typically be in a pantry, food, but we need to figure out what we're gonna do on these. And we've thought, okay, well, we can do spice racks and that kind of thing, obviously, in here. But again, suggestions on what you guys think might be a good thing. These are shallow. They're only about 4 to 6 inches as far as space from the frame here, the door frame, to the wall. So we're not dealing with a lot of depth. But of course, we could always go past that a few inches if we needed to as far as shelving. So got a few things we're trying to figure out with this particular spot in the house. So this is our master bedroom here. So you can see we put that slider in, thought that would be a great thing to have. Also a small patio will be here as well. So we thought just a beautiful view that we have here inside our master bedroom. Over here would be our master bath. So walking right in, you can see we got a pretty cool tub. That's called a garden tub. So it's a disaster right now because of construction, but we've got that in. And then it might be easier to see because there's a lot of light in here as Lori goes in. A lot lighter color on the gray if you can make that on camera. We did go with 2 tones. So the ceiling is painted white and then it goes down into gray as the base. But this will be our master shower. This will be a tile shower. So we're looking forward to this because we could choose whatever tile we wanted. So we had an idea and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's gonna look good. We'll have to see. All right, so that's it for today. Just really exciting to see the progress on the house really coming along. I did get a rough estimate from the builder as far as when he thinks we might be able to move in. He's thinking it'll probably be sometime in August. So we got another month and a half or so before we're in. I do know that we have 4th of July this coming week, so we probably won't see much in the way of progress here. I'm not expecting it. So I imagine we probably won't have another update for a couple weeks. So just want to thank you for joining us today. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Instagram and Facebook, we post content there you won't see here on the YouTube channel. Questions or comments in the comment section down below. And our Amazon page, I'll leave a link down in the description. Again, a free, painless way to help support the work we're doing here is to start your Amazon shopping there. Doesn't matter what you buy, you help support the channel. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere, so can you.